Hello, hello, hello. I'm waiting for my pan, but it's a little wet. So I want to drain it a little bit. I'm going to put some butter in it, but I only seem to have this little piece in the refrigerator. And my chicken looks a little sad because it was in the refrigerator. I was supposed to cook it, but I didn't get a chance to. That's because I was tired, and I'm so tired today. Boys, oh, that pineapple smells good. I cannot imagine that I have to go way down there for some of my supplies and way back here for some of my supplies. I have no idea what's going to be bubbled up on this pot, boys and girls. I'm just going to make me a meal. But today we are having butter. I haven't had butter. I'm cutting down, boys and girls. I'm going to eat me an apple in the meantime for some energy. But I would like a nice size onion. I am really, 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 really happy. Boys and girls, you know what I was doing? I was actually laying down, and then I said, oh my goodness, the chicken. And I said, I have to get that chicken out of there. I didn't want to have to throw away, but normally I would have because it doesn't look the best. But I did check it. It's not bad. It's just been in the refrigerator. I always forget that I have this onion here. Onions good. That's beautiful. That is beautiful, boys and girls. Can you smell it? Woo! Can you smell it? Mmm. I think the outer skin is a little harder to cook down, to cut down. And I'll be back in a minute. In case you're wondering, I always wash my potatoes off, and there was 2 that fell out the can, and I used these diced potatoes for today. I have a tooth that's messed up, so I can't really bite into my apple. So I just want to. Mmm. I'm going to turn it down a little bit because I'm going to put top on it, let it cook. Now, in case you don't know, which I do know you know, turmeric and pepper go together for here. Paprika? No, turmeric. Turmeric and pepper go together for healing. Now, I'm going to put a little paprika in there because I want to. I put pepper in there already, and I don't know why, but my paprika never stays in my eyesight. So I'm going to put my turmeric. So I always put ground turmeric in there, and then I'm going to hopefully land on, I'm going to figure out something on my counter, that's all. I'm going to put a little cumin in there. I don't know why, but I am. I don't know why, but I am. And I'm going to put some Italian seasoning, but it's not open. So let's see if this one is open. Nope. But I'm thankful to have so many. That's right. That's for sure. This is oregano leaves. Let's just have this. Yep, that's open. Now there's something beneficial from oregano. So whatever you do, if you like to try new flavors, try it. Okay, I have another paprika. Oh wow. Now this is some beautiful stuff here. Salt-free seasoning. By now, you know this pot's going to be singing up a song. I would like some parsley if I could find it, but I have another Italian seasoning, but we're going to start playing in sandbox. That's what we're going to start doing. Oh, this smells delicious. Oh, this smells delicious. Now, if I was turning it up high, then you would see my chicken cook faster, but I can't do that because I need a little rest right now. I need a little rest. So I am going to put a little bit of oil in there for some yum yum. Can you hear it? Oh, it's bubbling. It's getting up there. We put a little bit of love in the pot. And I'm going to have a tablespoon of this before I go to bed, just so you know. I do have my oil. So I'm going to put the top on this. I would like to put a little bit more, but I'm not going to. I cannot wait to get me one of them Dutch pots. But this is all I have right now, and I'm going to stay grateful in gratitude, and I'm going to sit down and have some apple. Boys and girls, it is 76 degrees in this apartment. I just turned the air on. I was in here feeling so good. Look at there. Ooh, that smells good. I think I'm falling in love with cumin. The scent of cumin is so good. And I basically want my meat to fall off the bone so I can chop it off and then I just have it inside of my pot. But I think it's been simmering enough. I want to turn it down just a little bit. And I'm going to taste a little bit of my sauce around the side. But I want to go back to watching my TV while this simmers and browns and all that other good stuff, because I'm actually too tired to stand up today. Too tired to stand up. So I'm going to taste it. Oh, oh, that tastes delicious. Oh, that is. Those onions and ooh, I just need this to let it sit down and get the that's amen right there, boys and girls. Today is a tired day, so I'm doing a little bit of lazy with love. You hear me? Because boy, it is 85 degrees outside. I have nowhere to go. Nope. Even if I had somewhere to go, I wouldn't go. Nope, not today. And today is Saturday, so but I want to show you one thing. Now, with everything that is going on right now, I'm just trying to make sure I am not panicking. I'm just being prepared. So things that I will eat, I'm not going to go for what I might eat, or I'm going to continue to get supplies, and then with those supplies, I'm going to be making my meals from those. I don't have a mindset to where I need to sit down and say I want tomatoes and this for this meal. I am the type of cook that says I could use potatoes, tomatoes, carrots, or whatever, and I can make a meal because I believe in dropping in the pot the flavors I feel like eating. So with that said, I purchased these canned Glory collard greens from Walmart. Now, I will say, one of the things that I'm not happy about is the sodium. The sodium is 720, but I believe that's for the can. I'm not sure if it's half a cup of servings, but I'm going to get me maybe some more ice trays, some of those little muffin things. I have a little bit. I'm going to portion out maybe about 2 tablespoons into something, and I'm going to freeze it, and I'm going to make bags so that I can take it and then just let it defrost and add those collard greens to my plate so that I can have some of the vitamins in this can without having to take a pill. So I have been noticing that my vitamins that I am eating are doing more for me. Now, I'm not saying that the ones I was swallowing did not, but I'm loving the effect of eating my vitamins. So I purchased 2 cans so far, I think. Yeah, 2 cans of those collard greens. So when I do my shopping, if I feel like it, I may add another one and another one. But what I have been doing is there's a main staple in this household that I use for energy, for snacking, and that's going to be in my shopping every single trip that I make because I have learned that my freezer is the biggest asset I have in my home. There are times we have storms, whatever, people lose outage, and I have never lost outage in any building that I lived in. Not saying it doesn't happen, but I have never. So I am not going to think, what if I lose power? I'm going to think of, what if I don't have whatever? If I can eat it out the can, I'm most likely going to supply it. So I'm happy about that. Now, I would never tell anyone to use Klarna, Affirm, none of those things, especially if you're borrowing money you cannot pay back. I cannot tolerate that type of mentality. But today, I absolutely went into my craft room and realized that I can't do anything without 2 shelves. I just don't have that. The math is not making sense. So I found 3 shelves that had some good reviews, and they were $18 and change, and they were metal and all that other stuff. So I used Affirm to get 3 of those, and then I got my if I'm not mistaken, my little scoops for the flour or whatever, that type of stuff, a pan, whatever, to put my little things, my rubber, so I could make my egg things. And I did that, and it was $96. I did use Rakuten, which means I got back maybe $3 and change in cash back. And then when I used Affirm gave me an option to have 0 interest, where I couldn't pay every 2 weeks. And I said one thing I wanted to do is protect myself just in case of anything. So I didn't choose the one with the 0 interest for 2 weeks, because my income is not every 2 weeks. Whatever I might grind, if I have the possibility, I can never count on. I can count on what I actually know I have, and that is every month. So I chose the next one, which was $2 and I think 53 cents interest. Now that is beautiful. The reason why it's beautiful is because my credit score is a smidgen away from 700. That's the only reason why. So, and it was way low. So I ended up with a total of $96 because it was like 117, and then I had to stop. And I said, no, I'm working on a budget. I know what I have to pay already, and I want to make sure I'm going under $100, because why? The bill is due July 20th. That's the first payment. I'm going to pay the entire bill 9 times out of 10 in June. So I wanted to make sure I can cover the bill, to make sure that I don't put myself in a position to where I would have to pay more than $2.53. One of the things that I noticed is that I realized that I'm 56, so I was born in 69. So I'll just say I was born in the 60s. The way that money was when I was younger is so much different from what money is today. But looking at what the generation has now access to, all of the apps, all of this, and the borrowing, but they don't have the mentality of understanding that you cannot borrow what you don't have to pay back. That's why they get caught up in that foolishness. So Affirm to me is a tool that I'm going to use that will not cripple me. Now, I did see a dress that was maybe $4. It was under $4, and I said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to take that off. Why? Because I have water, I have soap, and I'm just going to wash and reuse what I have right now. I'm not saying I may not see a dress and pick one up, but I'm just saying today was not that day. So if you do need to use Affirm to get some of the things you need, and you know you can pay it back, use what you have access to. But if your interest is really high, and I'm not saying $2.53, but what I'm saying is, if you cannot pay it back, you don't know how you're going to pay it back, and it does not fit in your budget, do not do it. But I'm so thankful, because the shelves will be here in about 3 days. Now, I'm going to put 2 in my craft room to build up what is on that floor, because I have been doing what the best I can, but I can't really do it all. And then I'm going to get into this washing machine closet, and I'm going to build me a closet. That's going to be a closet for something else. So what I have to do now is just sit, rest, and everything else, because within 2 to 3 days, my shelves will be here. And I want to get in that craft room and just knock it out. I'm not in the craft room crafting like I used to be, because right now this world is just going through something that is not where my energy is. My energy is in preserving my health and getting my life together, because I don't know what is coming. And if anything happens and I just find out today that I'm out of here tomorrow, none of this is going to matter to me, because guess what? I'm not even going to care. I'm just going to, I already told my daughter today, anything happens to me, I don't want to come from above and find out you out there finding me a coffin. I said, anything happens to me, you leave me on the state to take care of. I told her, I said, because right now, everything that I'm working hard for to try to build, if it is taken away from me, my bit of try, and I end up in a situation, I told my daughter, I said, if you love me, you will leave me and my body to the government. Let them take care of me. If they want to throw me in a brown box and throw me under the ground, you do that. I said, I am not getting any life insurance. I'm not doing any of that. Why? Because they're taking away everything. So I told my daughter today, you know, I said, I love you. That is it. Do not let me look from above that you out here scraping to get a $10,000 coffin to throw me under the ground. She said, but mommy, you can. I said, yes, I am telling you what to do. Don't do it. I said, leave me to the freaking government. Let them throw me in a brown box, throw me in that place where there's no stone. I said, why? Because I am living my best life now, and I know exactly who I am. I said, I do not need those bells and whistles. She said, but mommy, that's not what you. I said, I don't care about anything else. I'm telling you, for me, when I go meet my maker, just leave me to, don't even go over there trying to figure out, fine. Well, if they call you and say, what are you going to do? I'm not doing whatever you feel like doing. I don't have anything. And you make it very clear, and you say it in loud words, I have nothing. And that's it. Bye. Leave me where I am. I kid you not, boys and girls. When I had a meeting with a life insurance person, and we got to talking like the person wasn't on the clock, and they were like, they're not getting life insurance. Are you serious? And then when I'm reading what people with a little head on their shoulders are doing, they're equipping their children with the fundamentals to have their own life in order, taking care of everything, to where if they chose to pay for their burial, they could, and then their children could just move on from the funeral. But if I can pay for my, what's that called? The burning, when you go in a box and you burn and they sprinkle you. If I can do that, I have every intention. But I made it clear to my daughter today, do not even go to a funeral home and try to find me a casket. I said, I will come down. I said, you hear the dishes and the water turn on. I said, that will be your mama saying, why? She said, mommy, do you care? I said, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And you know how that would make you feel, right? You let me find you. If I'm up there and you come looking for a $10,000 box to put me in, to throw me under, and they might take me out and take that box. No, leave me to them. Let them take care of me. But I'm not feeling any type of negative way. I'm not feeling like harming myself. I'm just telling you what I told my daughter. Absolutely. Now this food has simmered up a little bit more. I'm going to take my next taste and see what love is about. Because I love this pot, boys and girls. I'm serious, y'all. I have been filling out a book. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Can you see the color in that liquid? That is what I am talking about, baby. That is what I'm talking about. But I need my meat to get, you know, one of the things that, see, my meat is changing. It's getting color. It's cooking down. One of the things that I noticed is that I don't, look at that. See the brown in there? I don't care about all of that whatever you, oh, look at that. So I'm just going to let it simmer down a little bit more. Little bit more, but it is saying I love you. Can you imagine living by yourself, and this is the kind of love you put on the stove, and you don't have a man coming through the door? This is what you're supposed to be looking at. This is what you're supposed to be looking at. Now, I'm not saying you're not supposed to have a man or whatever the case may be. I'm not against man. Just saying, if you're single, you know, you want to cook, you don't want to just have to only have one piece of chicken because you single. No, cook you a pie. Go back and get you some leftover love. Woo! Look at that. I love corn, but corn is not good for me. Cause you don't see me eat it as much as I used to, but I will have some on stock. Mm, 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 mm. Ooh, that is even better now than it was about 5 minutes ago when I tasted it the first time. But thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and I am going to say once again, I love you all. Bye bye.